We are sailing empty pockets, Mike, Tiffany, and our dog Penny. We have a 2006 Hunter 38 sailboat, and we have decided that it's finally our turn to untie the lines and go live this dream that everybody else has been talking about. Yes, we are another sailing channel, but I can promise you we are a lot different than everyone else. If you would like to follow along on our journey, please like our videos and subscribe to our channel to keep updated on the latest content. In this episode, we explore Murrells Inlet, South Carolina, and make our way on to Charleston. This is the marsh walk down in Murrells Inlet, and they call this Goat Island. It's a pretty cool attraction. This is the Garden City Beach and Pier. Everyone seems to have a golf cart as a way of transportation. Pretty cool. After spending a week at the Waka Wachi Marina, it was time to continue on our journey and make our way towards Charleston. This morning we left Murrells Inlet, South Carolina around 7 a.m. It was about 40 degrees, but the real field temp was 33. It's still pretty cold. We've been gone for about maybe like 45 minutes. The wind is behind us, so the Dodger isn't really doing us much justice. But we're on the way. We're going to McClellanville, and we'll stay there tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to make our way to Charleston. There's a lot of boat traffic this morning. We put Penny inside in the cabin because it's just too cold out here for her. She's got her winter jacket on and she was still shivering, so she's inside for a little while till it warms up. The high today is going to be 50. So it will feel a lot warmer, but probably not until about 12 o'clock. We'll probably be there by then, hopefully. So, I don't know. I give it to people who do this, who leave the Northeast in the middle of November because it's cold. So, I don't care what anybody says. Like Bike over here behind me, he's just got jeans on. I don't know how he's doing it. I got layers, I got my rain gear on, my gloves. I'm cold. I'm a warm-blooded person, not a cold weather lover. Look at that. We are passing through Georgetown right now. It's warming up a bit. It was about 40 degrees when we left, but it felt like 33 with the wind chill. The wind is probably about like 12 right now. We had the main up for a little while, but we ended up having to take it down because the way we're going, we're just kind of turning around corners and stuff, so it's not really easy to sail. But the plan today, we're going to McClellanville, and then we'll stop there for the night, Nothing fancy, it's just a shrimp dock. And then tomorrow we'll continue on to Charleston. And we're gonna be staying at the mega dock. So excited for that. We'll stay there for Thanksgiving and get to kind of check out the city. And then we'll probably go to Hilton Head. We might take the ocean. We have to check the weather. We're on our way to McClellanville. Starting to warm up a little bit. We're going through a cut right now, and we're heading towards McClellanville. So if we would have stayed to the left, we would have ended up going out into the ocean. So this is kind of the detour, but it's very shallow here. Look at this, 8 feet. So I don't know. Eight feet is not a lot when you have a 5-foot draft. So this is a floating bridge coming up that stays open unless there's something going on. Then they close it, maybe for livestock. Good morning. We are on our way to Charleston. We just left McClellanville. It was a small little town. Pretty much it's called the Leland Oil Company where we stayed. It's like we thought it was like an oil refinery or something. But it's not. It's actually a marina, and there's a lot of commercial boats that go in and out of there. There wasn't a lot of activity though while we were there, but it worked out. It was like halfway between where we were in Charleston. So now we only have about a 30-mile ride to Charleston instead of 40. And it's cold today. It's not as cold as it was yesterday. Yesterday was like 40 degrees and it felt like it was in the 30s when we left. Today it's 44, feels like 40. It'll be about 65 today. So by the time we get to Charleston, we should be able to take some of these layers off. Oh, there's dolphins. Oh, there they are. There they were, the dolphins. Hopefully they'll come back. We're very close to an inlet here, so hopefully they'll start to follow the boat. But yeah, McClellanville was cool, simple. It's only about $60 for the night. And there's a little town. We didn't really do much exploring. We were frozen when we got there, so today we'll get to do some exploring once we get to Charleston. We'll probably go out for lunch or something like that and just hang out. And this week's going to be a little cold, so I'm glad we'll be there for a couple of days to kind of just warm up and figure out our next plan. But I think that we'll be going to Hilton Head next. Whether we take the ocean or the inside, we have to decide. Depends on the weather. What are my thoughts on the trip so far? Don't leave in November from the Northeast to do this. You got to be out of your mind. Just being in the 40s is cold. I couldn't imagine, like in New Jersey right now, I think it was like 30 this morning and the high is like 45. So I couldn't imagine being on the ocean or going up the Delaware or doing any of the stops that we had to stop at with this kind of cold weather, because there's nowhere to hide. I mean, the Chesapeake was wide open for miles. One point was like 20 miles wide. Same thing with the Delaware. So if that wind is ripping, there's really no place to seek shelter, and you just got to kind of deal with it. But South Carolina's nice. I think it's so far my favorite place that we've been to. North Carolina was very rural. There was not a lot of kind of, not nightlife, but a lot of these marinas are kind of on the edge of the town. Excuse me, the edge of the town, and you can't do anything. If the marina doesn't have a restaurant or a store, you're not going to a store. Can't walk anywhere. There's really nothing to do. So I would say, you know, make sure you have good provisions, because North Carolina's a little rough. Once we got to Oriental, there was a Piggly Wiggly that picked us up in the Pigmobile, and they took us to the store, and that was a free service. So we were able to stock up on things there. And then from there we went to Morehead City, which that was more, you know, commercial. There were things you could walk to and so forth. But until we got there, I mean, it was middle of nowhere, and a lot of it's untraveled, uninhabited. The one town we were in, things were only open in Belhaven on certain days. The town, I think, had 1,800 people. That was the population. So they can't afford to all be open on the same day. I guess they wouldn't make any money. So, you know, this place is open on Mondays and this place is open Tuesdays. Wednesday and Thursday, this place is open. So we didn't really like that, because for us being there for a whole week, it really cut down on, you know, things that we could have done. Even the bakery, they weren't even open all the time, and everything was closed on Sundays. So at least South Carolina, it's there seems to be a lot more going on. We stayed in Murrells Inlet, and anything you could ever dream of. Texas Roadhouse, Walmart, Publix, nail salons, hair salons, dog groomers, whatever. It was like what we're used to at home. And you do need a car though to get around. The marina was too far to be able to walk to things or even use our scooters. From the marina to the main road was probably 5 miles, and it's all major highways. People drive a little crazy down there, if you ask me. But it was a nice stop, and we'll see what Charleston has to offer. We're excited. We've heard great things. I don't know if I'm going to try the boiled peanuts, but we'll see. Just pulled into the Charleston Harbor. We have a 3-knot current against us. It's pretty common here, actually. It's like the Hudson. There's some boat traffic, a couple of ferry boat tours like the Circle Line, and there were a couple of container ships that we saw, but they were far enough away from us that we weren't really affected by their wakes. Charleston Harbor, Charleston Harbor, Charleston Harbor.
Safe Harbor, Charleston City. Safe Harbor, Charleston City. This is Empty Pockets. Come in.
Empty Pockets, Empty Pockets. This is Charleston City. Switch up to 6-8. Recap 6-8.
Going to 6-8. Safe Harbor, Charleston City. This is Empty Pockets. Come in.
Go ahead, Empty Pockets.
We have a slip for the week, and we're just passing the Coast Guard boat heading towards your marina. Just want to know slip assignment.
Roger that, Captain. Familiar with that marina?
No, it was the first time here.
Good copy, Captain. What did you say your current ETA was?
I'm actually approaching your dock now.
Good copy. First thing you see as you approach our marina is going to be a 1,500-foot floating space dock. I believe there's some catamarans or sailboats on the southeast end that you're approaching from. You're going to keep that off your starboard side. Keep heading down towards that bridge. You're going to see a concrete fixed wall off your starboard side with a vessel called the Charleston Princess, large tour boat on
I see the tour boat. Yep.
Roger that. Immediately after that tour boat, there's going to be a finger pier in front of them called it's going to be H-Dock, Hotel Dock. You're going to go in between the Charleston Princess and that finger pier. Then you are going to be on that finger pier. First slip in. Sorry, second slip in off the key head. I'll have a dock in down there wearing red. So let me know.
Okay, will that be a starboard or port tie? Or is it a slip?
If you're going bow in, you can get started right back.
Okay, yeah, I'll go bow in next.
Roger that. Dock is running down there now. We're good to go. He'll be back on 680 P&A system, Captain.
Appreciate it, thank you. Midship first, Tef. That one goes first.
Do you want me to drop everything and run like I'm right here?
No, I'm just saying.
Got a dog over here to play with. Yeah, you got a dog on your dock. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
These are the pump out boats, bow movement, and the Grateful Head. Pretty funny. In our next episode, we will continue to explore Charleston and carry on our journey. If you would like to follow along, please like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with the latest content.